What's up, guys? Welcome back to the Dime Trap. Today I want to talk about the mental health of people out here in society and how we got to watch out with some of these women who may have mental health issues. Back in the day, there were plenty of mental health hospitals, stuff like that, right? But a lot of that stuff got shut down due to, governments trying to save money and all that type of stuff. What I think we may be coming across out here is the fact that a lot of these women may have mental issues that have not been diagnosed because these programs have been shut off. Or they may have been diagnosed, but they're walking around amongst the rest of us like regular people because these places don't exist no more. So recently I was watching the Gucci Man interview on the Breakfast Club, and he started talking about the stuff that he goes through with his mental health issues and the fact that he's schizophrenic and bipolar. And it had me sit back and think about past relationships and some of the things that he was detailing and that his wife was detailing was some of the same things that I have dealt with women in the past. Women who have told me that voices are telling them that they're ugly, voices are telling them that they're fat, voices are telling them this, that, and the other. And not thinking about it out of ignorance, you just take it as, she crazy, whatever, she's just talking. But that interview really got me thinking now that maybe these women really were hearing voices in their head. Maybe these women were crying out for real, and I was just ignoring it. And you may be dealing with the same thing. You may be coming across women, especially these women who are into the witchcraft stuff, and you may be into it also. And they're saying stuff like, the spirits are talking to me, I can hear from my ancestors, blah, 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 blah. But this might be, for real, them really making an excuse for their schizophrenia. Because another thing that I've come across multiple people just within my lifetime who have dealt with schizophrenia. And they always use this excuse of schizophrenia is just them being able to tap into the spiritual world. And I think this is really a lie that they're telling themselves, where in reality you just have mental health issues, unresolved mental health issues, and you need medication, but you don't want to go for the help. You don't want to feel like something's wrong with you. You don't want to feel like you're different than everybody else. But it's okay for you to say you're different in a spiritual way, because then you can use the excuse of God is just giving me these special powers to be able to talk to these spirits on the other side. But in reality, I hate to say it, but you just crazy. You really need to go get help. And if you're out here dealing with a woman who is hot 1 minute, cold 1 minute, hot 1 minute, cold 1 minute, like, that's an issue. And that's an issue that can be resolved if she goes and gets the proper help. Now, this don't just go for women, this goes for dudes too. I know women are probably gonna be looking at this saying to themselves, men deal with schizophrenia too. Of course they do. Of course they do. This goes for both sides when it comes to dating. And we have to wake up to this and realize that everybody ain't right. And we have to realize that because these organizations and these situations that were a thing in the past don't exist, that there are people walking amongst us, blended in with the rest of us, that really have mental health issues. And a lot of them aren't going to come out straight up and be like, hey, I have bipolarism, hey, I have schizophrenia. They're going to act like nothing's wrong with them. And it may take 1, 2, 3, 4 years before they have an episode, before you even realize that you're dealing with somebody that's not right. And we gotta, for one, not just let stuff like this just pass. Like, we have to speak up. And when we see that things ain't right, when we hear our significant others, our boyfriends and girlfriends, husbands and wives talk about how they hear voices, we have to take this more serious and not just overlook it. I'm telling you, I done came across people like one girl I was dealing with years ago. She was dealing with bipolarism. Everything would be cool 1 minute. 2 minutes later, I may say a joke or something, and she's swinging on me and just losing her mind, going crazy. With that situation, we knew what she was dealing with because she was already going to get the help. She was already being medicated. So these things would happen when it was a situation where she ran out of her medicine. But this is a serious thing. This is a real thing that we have to open our eyes to and realize that, especially growing up not growing up, but living in major cities away from where you may have grown up. Because I remember in high school, middle school, stuff like that, you had your class that was separated from everybody else. And you knew that the kids that were in that class, there may be something wrong with them. But when you move out of those small towns, move out of your area, and you go to another area, and you're around people who you didn't go to school with, you may find yourself attracted to a woman or to a guy, for you girls, who may have been in them classes and you have no idea. You may come across these people and have no clue because you didn't grow up with them, and they will hide it from you until they have an episode and blow up on you. So they have an episode where now all of a sudden they feel like a spirit is taking over their brain and they can't think for themselves. So I wanted to make this video just to, give people a heads up that what they may be dealing with when they say this girl is crazy, this girl tried to kill them and all this other stuff. You may be dealing with somebody who got real mental issues, real mental health issues. And they may have known this since they was a little kid. But people are so hooked on being in a relationship and so caught up on not being alone that they will hide these things from you and not let you know that this is what they've been dealing with their whole lives. And so many people nowadays are so anti-doctors and so anti medication that they won't go get the medication. They'll just drive you crazy, make your life a living hell, knowing the whole time that they are the problem, knowing the whole time that they got mental health issues that are unresolved. So I just wanted to make this quick video just to bring awareness to this. And maybe, if you're dealing with a woman who is telling you that she don't understand why she's doing this and that she's hearing voices telling her to do this and that, you may be dealing with a girl who needs help. And maybe you can talk her into getting the help. And if she leaves you for bringing up the fact that she may have mental health issues, then it ain't meant for y'all to be together anyway. But anyways, I'm going to end this video with that. Make sure y'all like, comment, and subscribe. If you're dealing with this type of situation, leave a comment in the comment section and let us know your story, especially if you dealt with this in the past. You may not want to talk about what's going on right now in your life, in your situation, but if you've dealt with this in the past, let us know your story. With all that being said, I'll holler at y'all on the next video. Peace.